Hey guys, Jimmy here. Disregard the mess going on behind me, around me. I'm in the middle of moving some stuff around, but I wanted to get this Monster Hunter video out for you guys today. Just did a stream this morning on the new Monster Hunter Dreamspell event. You're going to be looking at here is a pull down from Twitch, about an hour and a half of gameplay or so, walking through the new event, checking out all of the 4 new missions. Obviously, the new Udra mission is for endgame, and I failed at it horribly. I will have a deep dive video on that later, probably late this week, early next week. But overall, I thought the event, Dreamspell, the overall change to the main area, the new costumes, the new cosmetics, the new emotes, everything is just awesome. This game continues to be amazing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So with that, we're going to jump over to the stream. Thanks for watching. If you guys like what you see, please consider subscribing and at least checking out the Monster Hunter playlist. There's a lot more content I have coming out in the next week or so. Stay tuned to that, all right? Thanks. Here we go. All right, Festival of Accord Dreamspell. During festivals, special features will be added to the Grand Hub. They'll make a limited time, so be sure to visit while they're available. During the event period, SOS Flares can summon a special support hunter. So last time, this was Fabius, which I loved. Fabius is my absolute favorite support hunter, and I'm hoping Fabius makes a return. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into who the support hunter is, but I'm going to guess it's Fabius unless they have a new one now. Enjoy limited in-menu items at the canteen, and they're going to have a special Dreamspell voucher for particular food. If you're like me and you missed some of the old events or you have leftover tickets, they will port over 1-to-1, so you'll get your value for them no matter what. Regular meal vouchers allow others to partake, but only the one getting the voucher will get the menu items. And then there's outfits for handlers. So last time those were DLC. So you could probably change it for a limited time if you like it. Keep it. You'll notice when I play, I'm still using the Flame Fate outfit for Gemma, and then for Alma, I'm using the Street Fighter crossover. So for me, she's Chun-Li. I don't really use Eric a whole lot, so I don't hate Eric, but I like Alma a lot more. So I don't know. Maybe Eric gets a cool outfit and he starts coming on hunts with us. We'll see. Updated daily, limited bounties will give you Dreamspell tickets, which can be used to craft seasonal equipment. During the event period, you can now receive 2 lucky vouchers per day instead of 1. And then there's a limited series of quests that are available. So we'll go ahead and... Man, it's busy. Look at all these people down here. You always tell it's an event when there's a lot of stuff going on. So I do feel like the fact that they're doing Halloween-based stuff is awesome. I feel like it's a little late, at least here in America. You're typically starting Halloween like September, honestly, maybe even sooner. And then the event really, really ends hard stop, basically the day after Halloween, the event's over. And everybody transitions hard into traditional fall, Thanksgiving, more like that. So we'll see, at least on what I saw. I mean, these colors look very fall-ish, but we'll see. Wow, what a spectacle. This rouses emotions I didn't know I had. Such a milieu compels me to undergo a transformation of my own. Would you give me a moment to change? Have Eric change outfits? Yes. So, Eric is now dressed like a cat. There you have it. Just back to what I previously said about why I never use Eric for any of my hunts, because that's not me. I mean, I like the butterflies around him, but I don't think I need Eric as a cat on my hunts, especially when I'm getting wiped, 700 times by Omega Planates. I feel like I don't need Eric dressed as a cat. Anyways, there you go. So we'll go talk to Alma now. She's going to probably say the same thing. Now that is something. Well, and far be it for me to swim against the tide. Shall I go and get changed then? So I'm going to have her change from Chun-Li into... Alright, so this actually doesn't look too bad. Alma's dressed like a witch now. Got the witch's hat, got the witch's cape. She's got a weird ghost on her back that's just floating. I don't know how that's connected. I like that. That's a cool outfit. I would actually rock that outfit for my hunter if they offered that. And then we'll sneak over and see if we get up here to talk with... I don't know. I guess Gemma isn't doing one. I don't see a... I don't see Gemma. Looks like she's still rocking my Flame Fate stuff. So, all right. So let's walk around a little bit more and see what else is out here. So the Grand Hub's definitely been overrun with a lot of fall stuff. A lot of oranges now, which is pretty cool. A lot of half-melted candles. You got a little palicos dressed up like... Oh, that's a cool one. He's got like a little puppet costume on, like metal rods. Looks like he's a puppet walking around. That's really, really cool. These guys look the same. And then we still have the same song. I thought they were going to change the song for your buff, but looks like they're still the same. Let's go over here and check out bowling. Usually bowling's a little different. A lot of pumpkins and stuff out. Looks cool. And then we'll get into one of the optional event quests and see. Let's see what we got going on. This will be a nice change from the grind of the last few weeks of me just getting absolutely face rolled by Omega Planates. Alright, so barrel bowling is normally rolling a barrel down a like actual bowling. This looks like it's more like target practice, so let's go ahead and talk with Rolly and we'll buy a ticket and we'll go ahead and get going. Alright. So let's go ahead and pick up a barrel bowling bomb. And I don't know where you roll this sucker at. I guess here? I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. That was a horrible roll. Is that a 0? Oh my god, that's literally a 0. Oh, there we go. I got 40 points. That's atrocious. And then little ghosts come out. Alright, that was absolute trash. You'd think I'd at least hit something. That I assume I gotta hit the target, right? I'm tracking that. Let's go ahead and try again. There we go. Alright. The physics on this are super weird. 280 is pretty trash. I think that's like a D. Oh, he gave me a B for that. That's a sympathy vote. That's fine. We'll take it. The rewards usually are decent. I'm always excited when I get trank bombs or traps, shock traps or pitfall traps. I'm always happy with that, so I'll take those. Let's go and do... I'll do those later. I'm gonna have to practice on those. The physics is a little weird when they roll out. All right, let's go over to... let's go eat real quick. I don't even know what my buffs are like. And then we'll get into the optional quests. Now I'm hoping... I know the Final Fantasy stuff is like true endgame. I'm hoping that the optional quests are a little bit easier this time. And we can get the rewards without smashing our face in the wall. Because I am still missing the optional stuff from the Savage fight. About halfway through crafting the Death Knight armor from the last quest. So that's going to take a while. I'm not going to work on that today. Today's just all about, hopefully, just kind of chilling out and having fun. So I'll check the store later. As soon as I go to the store, unfortunately, since I'm streaming, it'll knock you guys out. So I'll have to do that later. All right, let's check out our event quests. So we have... I believe the Gravios blockade was old. Maybe not. I can't tell. No, I guess these are all new because Savage Planates was the last one. We got the Harvest. The guild has authorized you to hunt them. We'll compensate with materials for a special piece of equipment. All right, we'll go ahead and get started there, I guess. Try to knock these out and see what they are. Hopefully they're basic-ish. So I'm going to guess that based on the, okay, 3 Harambe quest. Okay, not too bad. Oh, I didn't even look at the support hunters. I totally forgot. I totally wasn't paying attention. We'll have to do that for the next one. We're missing out on our boy Fabius, if that's true. And if it's all cold, I'm in big trouble because, yeah, I don't even have my right kit. So I'm just going to slowly lose. I do not have any hot drinks on me. I better go back and get some. Okay. Usually they have a freaking like thing around here you could get loaded up. They give me some of my sacred pouch. Looks like they did. Hold on a second. What is going on here? My Sacred's all over the place. There we go. I usually at least give you something to get you started. Alright, let's go and drink this hot drink. Cool. Now Harambe are annoying because they're in a pack and they fly. So as a ranged guys are going to love these fights. You're melee like me, you're swinging a lot into the wind, which is annoying. Now, as I said, if you struggle with this one, you can pick up dung pods, and what that will do is that will give you, that'll spread them out. They will, because they tend to stack attacks a little bit, and you kind of get pinballed. So we'll see. What'll happen typically is what you're seeing there is one will stun you, and the other two will just take swipes at you. But as you can see, I'm not really able to connect. I'm using dual blades too. Olivia's going to use a dung pod for us. Thanks, Olivia. Let me switch out the sword and board. Okay, get back in there. Take out these ads just so I could clear the area. So you see when Olivia uses a dung pod, she's smart. She probably did the right thing. It scares the other two away. I don't mind fighting all three at once. I pressed the wrong button when I was trying to get to my Sacred pouch. I was trying to figure out, like, why am I not blocking? Why am I doing so low damage? But then I realized I was using twin blades. But, okay, now there's just one, and I got my shield out, so you should go pretty quick. There's really no secret to these guys. Just kind of like the Kangala fight. You just kind of want to spread them apart and burn them down. Ross is having a good old time out in the one right now. At least they do a good job of spreading the wounds around. I'll say like AI 1.0, like at launch. They would basically mount and do nothing for the entire time, which was aggravating as hell. Because they were like wasting time. And you know you do less damage when somebody else is mounting. So you're basically just standing there waiting for them to like get off. But at least they do now kind of walk the whole thing. They usually don't do all 3 breakpoints, but that's fine. And because these are 3 monsters too, and the game knows that, they're going to be a lot easier. This guy should be, I'm assuming, I don't know, I kind of screwed up a little bit at the beginning, but it's not uncommon to get a 1 cycle on these guys. If I can get that break point going. They do break pretty easy. And you see the break points, how fast they spread around. Yeah, see, he's already weak. So it's not uncommon. And again, I really screwed up. But if you did a little faster offense, you'd probably be fine. As long as they stay low, it'll be a quick fight. When they do that hover thing, the hit point is only like directly below their body. Yeah, he's going to get away. Let's try that slicing pot. I was going to hit him. Yeah, I blew that. Unfortunately, it's going to be 2 cycle. That's okay. We have plenty of time. What are you doing? Pressing buttons. Okay, my Sacred decided not going for that one. That's interesting. Okay, Jesus, take the wheel. We're going to start on the other one, I guess. That's fine. Now, sometimes what'll happen, and it looks like that's what's happening here, our support hunters went off and started on the other one, which sometimes they come by, sometimes they don't. They don't always kill it though. Like sometimes they will. I've had them kill the other one like off screen essentially, which is fine, unless you really want the mats. I don't care about the mats for this fight. This is like a lower level monster where I'm just kind of doing it for the tickets or the voucher or whatever I need to collect the item at the end. But if you're farming this, make sure that you stay with whatever one you started with. Zippy's got a mind of his own, so he likes to kind of go on his own. He likes to go his own way sometimes, and he might veer off like he did. And if he does, you know, I got one really weak one that will recover a little bit of health over time, but not too bad. We're going to burn him down fast enough anyway. But now that I'm started on this one, although the other one just showed up, we'll see if I can get a potentially 1 cycle on this. There we go. Get a slicing pod. That's a good hit there. Secret with this one is as soon as you get a weak spot, immediately take it. A very high likelihood a weak spot will chain another weak spot very soon. This thing is super squishy. There's no scales or anything that are hard on it anywhere that you need to be mindful of. Just a pretty much standard, just a beatdown fight. Kind of like the first fight in the game. I think, though, I don't remember. It's been a while since I went through the main campaign. I don't think this is the first monster you fight in a pack. So I think by now they've already taught you the mechanics of like how a dung pod works and how to spread them apart. I don't remember. But I just remember fighting these guys just being kind of annoyed because I don't know, their armor design didn't look that cool, honestly. Their attack patterns aren't that great, and they're just kind of annoying to fight. There's a turf war nearby. That'd be cool to see. As you can see, I mean, I'm just basically 3-hit comboing into a spinning reaper over and over and over again. A lot of broken parts here. I think the other one's still around. Oh. Okay, well, he showed up. That happened. Oh, I missed it. Although I gotta imagine if you're ranged, there's so many spare parts here because we just chewed this guy so bad. We'll try that again. That was a good slicing pod. I think it's it. This guy should have like a zillion. Yeah, and he broke away too. Alright, well, there he goes. He's not too far away. Can I get down there? I cannot. Alright, wherever Zippy's gonna go, I guess this guy's got a mind of his own today. Let's go and sharpen up. And we'll move on to the next one. So we're going to have 3 weak enemies just kind of floating around out there. It's kind of goofy. I guess I could use a palm motive, why not? Okay. There's 2 of them here, so this must be one of the 2 weak ones. I don't know which one's which. Trying to shoot a slicing pod with this guy and it's not working. There we go. So 2 of them aren't as bad. All three of them it does get annoying, but as you can see, I'm trying to. They wiggle so much, and the camera. You're fighting the camera more than you're fighting the enemies half the time. I'm trying to get some of these weak spots broken down. Just start burning these things off. But I'm basically just hunting wounds right now. The rest of the crew showed up. Both of these guys are weak, so I'm thinking this might be it for at least one of them. There's one down. Okay. The other 2 don't do anything different when they're agitated. There's no like enrage time or anything with these. There's no. They just kind of hang out. Oh, he's leaving? No, he's coming back? Nope, he left. Alright. We'll loot these guys.
How are you holding up?
And we'll hit the road. There we go. Alright. Moving on to the second one. So I believe one of them is completely fresh that I'm going to fight. And one of them is pretty smoked. We'll see when we get to the map. We'll look at those skull icons and see. But I don't know where Zippy's going. I'm just following him. He's just doing his own thing right now. It's like a ping pong ball. He's just bouncing around everything. There we go. There's the second one. This guy's already pretty torn up. And he's done. So I mean, if you probably a little more offensive minded than me and not managing menus for half an hour like an idiot. Probably not too bad in terms of one cycling these guys. I wanted to grab that heat mantle bug real quick. I really need to turn that auto run off. Fighting my damn sacred more than I'm fighting the enemies. Alright. I'm gonna go and sharpen up here. I don't think I need a ration. I'll go back to wing motive. And we're on the last one now. So I believe this is the other fresh one based on the sneak attack thing here. Look how, man, one wing motive gave him 2 wounds already? Damn. Now that there's just the one, that's about it. If you do decide, something I forgot to mention earlier, if you do decide that you want to fight all 3 of them at once, which is fine because you have a decent armor, I do recommend earplugs. Only because they do like to yell a lot, and they're going to all be on different cycles. So what's going to happen is you're going to basically get stun locked 3 times with yelling. You probably will not be able to get any clashes with these guys, though, because they are very weird. And like I said, their hitbox is a little... It's odd. It's directly below their body. Except when they're laying around. So when you get them on the ground, that's when you're going to punish a ton. But like even like right now, not every one of my attacks is hitting. And I'm just kind of standing there swinging into the abyss of where I think they should be. And sometimes the game is giving me hits like basically above their body. There we go. Easy hunt. Let's go ahead and carve this guy, and then we'll go back and see what we unlocked. We'll see what kind of tickets we unlocked. Yeah, Mina's even lackluster. Mina's like, yeah, I guess that mission's complete. Like, she doesn't even care. We'll go ahead and blow Maga Aegis since we leveled it out. And we'll go ahead and end this quest. And we'll see what the currency is on this one. All right. Got a lot of certificates. Wyvern Gem looks like the one that we're interested in. Maybe? Or was it a reward here? I don't even know. Oh, harvest ticket. Okay, that's what we want, is harvest tickets. I only got one of them though, which has already made me sad. I don't know what it is, but it already made me sad. Well, that's a record for a big Harambe. They didn't seem that big to me. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab our bonuses. Remember, we get extra lucky vouchers today. And I got some Dreamspell vouchers and some... They changed their spectral bombs out, which is cool. Some trank bombs, so not bad. So if nothing else, make sure you're logging in every day to get those rewards, because those are some nice things for later on in hunts. All right, let's see if we can figure out what the hell we unlocked. There's so much stuff here. I know there's Palico armor. I know there is some new mounts. Here we go. Looks like Dreamwalker. All right, so Dreamwalker is going to set you back. What am I looking at here? I need some Gracium and some Dreamspell tickets. So let's go ahead and put on the first set here. This is Dreamwalker armor. Rarity 5 armor. All right. So, Flaming Head. So it's kind of cool. And then let's check out the other variant. Okay, that's pretty cool too. I feel like I probably have to grind both of those. This is more like, even like the metal dress. Like a metal cage dress. And then we also have the Harvest armor, which is an evil pumpkin dude. I remember the boss. Do you remember the boss, Rachel, in World of Warcraft? Remember the Jack-o'-lantern boss? There's like a seasonal event in World of Warcraft where you would have to, where you'd have to fight this like cursed boss. It looked kind of like this guy, the female variant with the big bright hat. All All right, so I am noticing that this does include the Carving Master perk, which is probably the one you're going to unlock first. It gives you more carves during the hunt. Actually, they both have it. Nope, this one's Dreamspell Boon. Let's see what that is. Yeah, so Carving Master. During Dreamspell, add special items to quest rewards. No effect when joining mid-quest. Okay, during Dreamspell. Okay, gotcha. So, same kind of thing. You wear the armor to get better stuff. So for these, you're going to need a ton of tickets. And then Gracium, which I do not have. I'm going to have to figure out how to get some Gracium. Okay, so 2 full sets of armor. I'm definitely interested in scooping up both Dreamwalker male and female variant. And then Harvest, I'm not as sold on the female variant. It looks kind of goofy. The male variant at least looks sort of menacing. Even though it's got a lot of pumpkin-y kind of stuff. But I do like that. I think that chest plate is actually really, really cool. So I think I'll probably scoop those up. So probably 3 sets of grind for me on that. And then let's see if our Palico has anything. I assume Chloe's going to get something new. Okay, so we got, instead of Marionette, Meowrinette. So that's the Marionette armor with the, where it looks like they're a puppet. You got the Feline Ghost armor, which is cool because they actually float now. They got a pumpkin head. So I assume if you took the pumpkin head off, they still float. Yeah, that's actually really cool. And then we also have the Morbull seedling, which is from the, which I doubt I'll ever get. If I ever can figure out how to beat Omega Planates, I will eventually get that. So 2 sets of armor for the Palico. I like both of those. Also with the Ghost, looks like the Ghost has a new weapon. Looks like it's a Jack-o'-lantern, which is pretty cool. So those are going to also require harvest tickets. So we're going to have to grind some harvest tickets. So we're looking at probably 15 harvest tickets to unlock all of that stuff, which is cool. Okay. Let me go back really quick and look at mounts. Sometimes, I haven't looked at the store yet, but sometimes they'll let you try the mount for free to see if you like it. And then obviously you got to pay for it after the event is over. So right now, obviously my go-to is going to be the Chocobo for sure. There we go. There's the new Palico armor. It's called Living Doll. So it looks just like it's got. You can see the stitching on the side, and it looks kind of like a stuffed animal. That's actually really cool. We'll go and put that on to be festive. And then I don't know if they gave us any new pendants or not yet. Looks like we have one new pendant, the Dreamspell Teddy, which is just a little, looks like a little ghost charm. That's cute. I like that. All right, we'll rock that for a while. Okay, moving on. Let's go check out the next quest. Alright, so that was the Harambe Harvest. We got the Gravios Blockade. Gravios and Wounded Hollow is blocking the scheduled food deliveries to the place of prayer. Deal with it and you'll be able to get your hands on the best ingredients. I'll skip that one for now. Won't phase me. Powerful Glyciphoros has been sighted in the Oilwell Basin and has harmed a number of Azus miners with its flashes and poison. The guild has prepared materials for a special piece of equipment. Let's go and try that one. We'll drop a lucky voucher on that one too. I haven't fought a Glyciphoros in a while. Let's go do that. Go see what this brings us. What rewards await us. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I'm actually gonna. You know what I need to do? I'm actually gonna abandon this quest because I meant to do the support hunter thing again and I totally forgot. So let me actually abandon this one and go back. Let me do that again. I assume it's Fabius, but Fabius is worth going back and resetting for. I totally blew my... As soon as I saw the support hunters drop in, I was like, ah, crap. So I did a tutorial video on this some time ago, but if you forgot, super easy. When you go to the quest counter, when you go to post and join quest, and you go to actually select a quest, We were doing what? Glycephoros. We want to go down to quest settings, and here you can select the support hunters that you want. And you can see that Fabius has made his triumphant return. So we're going to put Rosso in the back burner. We're going to bring Fabius back. He's my favorite. I kind of figured it was Fabius. I was hoping maybe we would get somebody new. But I don't really know who else could join. It'd have to be a new random character. And it wouldn't make sense for a seasonal character, just like some random person. Like how Mina joined or Kai joined, they're just like new hunters that are just kind of there to help out. It would be kind of weird, but it's cool to have Fabius back. I love the voice actor. He's got a really good like voice to him. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get started and just start burning this guy down. I haven't fought him in a while. As I just remember now, because I am kitted out really differently than I used to be. But if you're struggling with him, earplugs for sure. This guy is I forgot how vocal this guy is. This guy likes to sing to you. And he's going to take some time to burn down. You're noticing that I'm starting off with white damage. It's going to be a little bit until you break something. So focus on one part of his body. I recommend his belly because it's the biggest hitbox. So just kind of stand under his neck, kind of aiming for his feet. And eventually you should be able to clear him out pretty easily. Unfortunately, I'm going to get a little stun there. Let's try to stay away. You want to stay behind his head. You want to, that way a lot of his attacks are going to go right over your head. Now you will suffer sometimes, like you just saw me do there. You will suffer sometimes with the poison gas. I think that's a significantly better trade-off than having to deal with his face. Because that fire is a one-shot kill. So now you see that his belly's broken. You're going to start to see, it depends a little bit too, because you're still bouncing off his legs. But you're going to start seeing more orange damage now, which is good. So for me, I'm trying to at least make sure that Spinning Reaper is always orange. I don't really care. I mean, I want them all to be orange, but I'm not as concerned about the initial chops to set up. But I'm trying to make sure I end my combo on his belly. That's what's going to give me the most damage. I think that's important. But eventually you will break down his legs. It just takes forever. His legs are like extra armored. You're hearing the ching of my weapon off his legs. But once you get his belly broken, even when he falls down, which will be often, that's a great punishing phase because his hitbox changes where you're not even actually targeting his feet anymore. So just you're going to kind of stay on there and burn his stomach. This strategy works really, really well. It's definitely not the flashiest strategy, but it's pretty guaranteed that you're going to be safe. If you want to get cute, you could try to go toe-to-toe with him. I've done it a few times if you want to do some of the like more perfect guards and parries to block against his face. I think I got a wound there in his back by his butt. There we go. Well, a couple now. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I think that fire attack is a big enough attack, even kind of higher level, where you're going to want to avoid that. I think that's really cart worthy. But I mean, you could see how fast I'm starting to get some pretty decent wounds going. And even again, being completely under his belly, I'm not really getting hurt too much by the fire attack. I say that as I get hit by the fire attack. So just keep targeting those wounds and kind of hit him in that back. I prefer to stand so that my back is to his head rather than me looking up towards his head. Especially with sword and board, that gives me a little more opportunity to roll away. Because I have a tendency to walk forward when I attack. And I think if you're towards the back, you have a tendency to like walk into damage, but here I'm kind of like walking out of damage. So, but you can see now I'm getting pretty consistent orange damage, and he is definitely low. And he's a lower level monster too, but still could pose a threat.
Don't let that hit you.
I should probably move so I don't get killed, and I'm gonna go ahead and Hit my whetstone behind the rock here. Rock's a great place to take a little break. His fire does not go through the rock, which is nice if you need to top up on potions or debuff any kind of crap he puts on you. It's a good time to do that, especially with support hunters. You'd be fine. And then I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. You hit him with his own thing, which is hysterical. Yes, you can target. Take his own stuff and burn him. But that was a really quick fight. That was probably a sub 10-minute fight. It could have been a little faster. I think, again, the key with that is the positioning. Trying to get under that belly and break that belly as fast as possible. And at least on your big finisher, whatever your punishing attack is on your weapon of choice, make sure you are focusing on that belly as much as possible. And he'll go down pretty quick. Not too bad. I mean, I'm, 100 hunter rank over what the recommendation is, so obviously I'm getting towards, late end game now. And the reward here is also... No, I'm not seeing the quest reward here. What did I miss here? I thought we were getting something special. I thought it said a special piece of gear. I'll have to go back and look at that. I didn't see anything. That was sub 5 minutes. Well, that was pretty impressive. That was a lot of rewards, even with lucky voucher. I don't know if I'd use the lucky voucher on that one again, honestly. Let me go back and look. I don't know. It said there was special rewards. I wasn't seeing it, unless it's a weapon. Let me skip through these really quick and see. Not seeing anything here. Sometimes they have the event tree. Nothing for sword and board. They're adding more though. Alright. I'll have to look that one up. I mean, I'll be doing more videos on this. Probably a little more deep dive of the DLC later on, so we'll look at it then. But that did not seem to help me significantly in my journey for getting all the cool kit. Ultimate Berserker. Powerful Guardian Fulgur Anjarath has been sighted in the ruins of Ivernia. You're authorized to hunt before someone gets hurt. I'm going to skip that one. And then Be Cursed, Ye Shadowy Flame. An extremely powerful new Udra has appeared in the oil well basin looking for a cursed flame at night. Only the most elite hunters possibly could be matched for it. Okay, we'll go ahead and try out this one. I don't know if... Actually, let me go eat again. I'm not sure if that's going to give tickets. It seems like it's just going to be that first mission, which... I mean, okay, I guess if that's what they want to do to us. I don't know. New Udra, just in case. I'm going to take those. I don't know if I'm going to need them. We'll go ahead and eat. And let's go get out of here. Let's go fight the new Udra. Been a while since I fought a new Udra. But we'll give it a whirl. We'll use a lucky voucher for that one too. So overall, not super grindy. 2 new full sets of armor are really, really nice. Palico, 2 sets of Palico armor are really nice. That's actually a pretty generous festival if you look at it. Eric got new armor and Alma got new armor. I didn't see anything for Gemma, unfortunately. I'm going to go and drink a cool drink here. Most likely there'll be items on the way that I can take to quell the heat, so to speak. Those chill mantle bugs are phenomenal. They'll probably drop. They'll probably be all over the place, honestly, but it's not a bad idea to bring cool drinks. If you're not paying attention, that will get ahead of you, and then it's going to kind of ruin your hunt a little bit. So I think I do recommend, even though there's some freebies on the way, their cool drinks are pretty easy to craft. What are you doing, Zippy? Come on. Get with the program, buddy. Sometimes Zippy gets a little confused. We gotta help this guy out. Zip around here. And
I can set up a camp there.
I'm going the wrong way. Zippy is no help today right now. There we go. It's so weird seeing fire. I mean, like, If you're like me and you're grinding through endgame stuff right now, everything's ice. Alright, here we go. Flamey new Udra. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So new Udra. Been a while since I fought this sucker. I don't know if I've ever fought a tempered one. Very telegraphed on most of its big wind-up attacks. Gonna really benefit as a sword and board because I'm gonna be able to block a lot of those. If like I don't know what he's doing, I'm just gonna turtle up, and a very high likelihood I'm gonna basically block something. He does have a tendency to grab you a lot, but if you're fast enough on your light attack, you're gonna break out of just about every single one of them. Which isn't a bad thing. I am really hurting. Not really sure what hit me so hard, to be honest with you. But we'll get back in there. An enemy like this is difficult because it doesn't have a definite front or back. You're basically fighting a like tentacle monster. I need to heal up again. Ouch. So like there's no, it's hard to find a front or a back. Now where this fight really will start to change is when you start cutting the tentacles off. Then you're going to have a pretty easy spot in. And I remember doing the hunting the armor for this and having to break this dude's head and how annoying it was because I had to cut through so many legs to get there. Yeah, so that was a knock. He has a tendency, because of how squishy he is, to basically kind of lull you into a false sense of security, which is really what just happened to me there. In my defense, I have not fought this guy in probably 2 months. But he will lull you into a false sense of security just because you're going to constantly be like enveloped in his body. And as a result, it's going to be, you're going to have to be kind of keep a mindful, like you're not really sure if you're getting hit. And you're not getting pushed back either. You know, other enemies, when you get hit, you fall on your ass, you're taking a bunch of damage. This guy, you're just kind of swinging. I mean, you could see I'm taking chip damage already just standing in the fire. Oh my god, I just got knocked. Well, that was quick. Before I got knocked and destroyed, though, you could see that I was taking chip damage just by standing in the fire. And that's annoying. And that's, I think, what's going to creep up on you the most. And that's even with Cool Guard, too. Without Cool Guard, you are going to melt in seconds. So you will know. What I would recommend on this fight is particularly making sure that your buffs are up and being very, very, very mindful of your health. I would say if you're less than half health, you probably need to reassess. But let's see if we can get in here and do some damage to him now. I don't remember him taking... I don't remember having to take constant damage. Unless he was just standing on something there. It was just annoying. I mean, he was kind of standing on like a lava plate. But honestly, this whole level's lava. So, I'm not really sure. But you got plenty of time with this. Just take it slow. I'm mostly talking to myself. Yeah, so I'm going to peel off here a little bit and watch my health come back up. It's going to pour a lot of lava and flame. That will definitely kill you. He likes to do a lot of twirlies. Something that I've had success with before, and we'll see, it's AI dependent, and I believe he was one of the ones that was reworked after Title Update 2. But, not reworked like entirely, but enough, is, he now, it used to be where you could kind of start, even though I was saying there's really no backside, you see where his face is, you see his purple eyes, he's looking at me right now. You could kind of start behind, like, kind of like, I'd say like 4 or 5 o'clock if you're thinking of like a clock dial. And you could kind of start behind his head and work your way around. Kind of swinging forward as you go. So I'm going to try that here. So I'm basically pressing forward while I attack. Oh, he moved. Is he gone? Here he left. Alright, well, that was a atrocious phase 1. That's okay. we'll resharpen and reassess. But yeah, what I was starting to say is you could basically, if you think of his head as like a clock, think of him facing forward as noon and working around. Start the engagement at like 4 or 5 o'clock and work your way around towards the front of his body and then kind of escape. And that'll help because as he's pivoting into you, like rotating, he'll be rotating clockwise. You'll be rotating counterclockwise, swinging through his attacks. And that might be a good way to engage the fight. So we'll see if I can show what I'm talking about. So I'm going to stand behind him here. I'm pressing forward as I attack. And as you can see, I'm kind of walking through. And now I'm on the other side already. I can roll away. So it might be something if you're struggling with this guy. The good thing about an enemy like this, no armor plating. 100% squishy. And you get this weird bug sometimes where it says monster down, like he's unconscious, but he's not dead. If this happens, keep swinging, take advantage of it. You get about 5 seconds where he's like out cold, and then he'll get back up. Hopefully that doesn't kill me because I am on the ground right now. Yeah, let's just peel off here. Just to play it safe because I already took 2 really bad knocks. But you can see how fast his, how fast you burn through your sharpening. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back on this guy. Burst pods work great too on his face. If you're struggling and you're trying to get the armor set, which is what you can see I'm rocking right now, you're going to have to break his face. Breaking his face is not easy. Because he's going to protect himself quite a bit. So pods are phenomenal for that, especially burst pods. And there's a ton of them in this round. I'm trying to do the technique where I'm swinging through him, but he is a wiggle worm today. We'll go and pick this up so you can see what that looks like. Wow, there we go. That was weird. I was like picking it up, but I wasn't actually holding it. Let's go ahead and get a potion top off, and we'll get in there and I'll show you what the heavy explosion pod does. Try to get it on his face so you could see. Total miss. And I'm dead, and I got wiped. And I got carded. That's a redo. That's a nasty fight. I'm going to guess that is not part of the event, especially for an HR 100. But we'll do it one more time just for, since we're going through all the new stuff. Let's go and try that again. And I'm going to guess as well that is probably, that's probably an easy quest to find people for. I'm such a Fabius fanboy that like, I just want to keep sticking with Fabius. So it doesn't, like for me, it doesn't matter. But I see you got a couple new followers. Thanks for everyone for joining along in the fight. What I will do is I will post these online later on my YouTube channel. So same name, Viper Magic. So if you're interested in hanging out with me over there, I do have a pretty extensive playlist of Monster Hunter stuff, guides and tutorials as I've worked my way through this game. Over 100 and I don't know how many hours now. A lot of hours. The only thing I'm not going to be able to give you guys good advice on is how to defeat Mega Planates. I am still struggling with him pretty bad, but the rest of the stuff I've done pretty well. I know I say that as I wiped. I know. Like, hey, this guy's giving me advice. He can't even beat this boss. Nope. That is true. Went the wrong way again. Zippy, come on, damn it. But we'll try that again. That strategy does work. I was getting some good damage on him, but I was a little behind the 8 ball there on the fact that I got knocked so quickly. Anything over HR 100, any 9-star fights in this game now will do have one hit kill potential. So let's see if we can get a sneak attack on him this time to get started. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed triangle instead of circle. I'm not kidding. Not a huge fan of the fact that he is going to basically fight me and fire the entire time. But you can stay in the periphery. He will expose his arms eventually. When he goes underground, stay fluid. Stay fluid because he will pop out, and when he pops out, it is going to hurt. let's go ahead and top off and re-engage. Say re-engage, I think I hit him twice. Alright, let's see if we can get him to get some work done. Jeez. Man, I can't even get close to him. Jeez, that's nasty. This is my criticism with the same endgame fight that I think Monster Hunter, honestly, thinking back to it, I feel like Rise had it figured out. I feel like we've almost taken a step back because I feel like Melee, even though primarily the weapons in this game are Melee based, I feel like on these end game, the risk reward for Melee versus ranged, it's becoming very diminishing. I'm a primary sword and board guy. If you watch my channel, I beat the entire game sword board. That's kind of what I stick with for everything. But I gotta admit, on a fight like this, it's gonna be hard. If I do decide I have to farm this for something and I don't even know yet, I'm gonna have to really consider if I don't want to just switch to bow and arrow, because this is just standing in fire, taking constant damage before I'm even swinging is really, really stupid. Honestly, it's a really kind of dumb design. I'm not a fan of that personally. And the trade-off of constantly having to drink antidotes, rations, that kind of thing to just stay full it's not. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'll be honest with you. But I mean, you'll see. Just watch my health for a minute. I'm trying to even just make an entry point. Again, you want to start at that like 3 o'clock position, kind of swing your way around. There we go. I should be able to get a couple hits in there. That resulted in a mount, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this game does really suffer with some of the melee stuff right now. I was going to slide down and work on other breakpoints, but honestly, it took the entire meter just to break them one time, so we're just going to take advantage of that. We're going to take the wound there and just go get back to it. This fight becomes significantly easier if you're struggling, and this won't be as hard as the other one, but if you are struggling, I will say this. This fight will become significantly easier, and the one major advantage that a melee character has is you will eventually break something. So if possible, again, going back to my philosophy of trying to start at 3 o'clock, eventually when you break one of his arms, this fight becomes significantly easier. And I mean break, I mean cut his arm off. Because then he can't do the twirls. There are known gaps in his twirls, which is really, really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and top off here, and we'll get back into it again. You know, I wonder actually, did I bring the palm motifs with me? Looking through my cheat sheet here. No, I don't have those. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say, you know what? Honestly, using some of the motifs might actually not be a bad thing. He is eating me. I'm just spamming light attack right now. If you did have, during this point, if you did have a... Oh wow, that killed me. If you did have a launcher ready, you could shoot him in the face for an instant break. But I'm thinking this might be its own guide, honestly. This is significant. New Udro is always, I think, one of the top 3 tough monsters, I would say. But this fight is, in particular, is destroying me, and I might have to go back and rethink my kit a little bit. Considering that I'm not really making a whole lot of progress on him, unfortunately. But that's okay. That's how we learn. We've got a lot of time with this event. Thankfully, unlike the Final Fantasy event, the one that I did, the first mission I started off with, that's the one you're actually going to have to farm for the mission. So, this is more just like challenging endgame stuff. This really has nothing to do with the event at all. But yeah, that was a one hit, took me down half health, and I'm not even really sure what hit me, to be honest with you. It looked like he kind of twirled a little bit into me, but maybe not. But Yeah, I think on this, and I even think with Omega Planates, I have been off stream working on bow and arrow, trying to get a little more efficient with it. But I think that might be a better option on some of these, honestly. Appreciate the difficulty spike for sure. We'll see. So now that I've hurt him pretty bad, you could see like his fire goes off. He will reignite soon. When he does, obviously the starts over again. We also have a little bit of a turf war going here, which is kind of nice. Take a little advantage of that while I can. I think the what it took to get to this point, I don't know. I don't care about time. I know there's a lot of people who are constantly posting on the Reddit their times, and there's a leaderboard hunt. I don't care about time. If a fight takes me a full 45 minutes, I am fine with that. It does not bother me at all. I'm not that important about. I'm not that min-maxing on grinding. I just want to fight where I feel like I'm in control. And honestly, on this fight, I don't feel like I'm in control. I feel this is very, very situational on what the AI wants me to do with it, which I don't like, because I want to be controlling the. I want to control the narrative here. I want to be hitting him where it makes sense, and you know, engaging and getting points that like I know I can punish and not take a penalty. And with the way that his AI has been so far, not really feeling that, especially when he ignites, like right now. So now he's reignited, and the constant burn starts again. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the explosion pod. Hit that bomb beetle, see if that'll blow him up a little bit. And oh, it didn't go off. I really thought I hit that bomb beetle. Try it again. Okay.
I placed a trap.
See if we can get his trap. See if we can get him in Olivia's trap. Do a little bit of damage to him. It's the same thing. I'm kind of circling through and out. Coming in, going 3 o'clock. Turtling up because I think he's going to blow up fire. Woo! That would have killed me, and it did. There you go. Rewards to 0, another wipe. All right, so we'll pause on that one for now. I will post I'll do a more deep dive video guide on that. But like I said, I think range may be your best bet if you're struggling, because that's a pretty unfair fight, honestly. I thought there was one other mount. I saw people with a flying mount, like a broom, and I don't know if that's DLC or not. Like I said, usually they give you DLC to at least try to see if it's something you're interested in. Kind of like give you the first bite is free type thing, but I'm not seeing it here. I don't know. Okay, I'll have to do a little research on that. All in all, though, you know, how would I'll do one more of the main mission and then I'll wrap it up. How would I rank this? I think it's a solid event. I think the armor is there. I'm not a huge fan of some of the more seasonal costumes that I feel that don't. The seasonal costumes, I think, particularly that are you're not going to be wearing a pumpkin stuff like in the middle of February. So I like this. I like the theme stuff, I think, a little bit more. That is more situational or non-situational. I think this is too like over the top on some of it. I got the wrong load up. I forgot we're back in ice. Remember, for the mission on ice, you're going to want to... Oh, I've not been to this base in a while. Oh my god. This is the back to the first campground, isn't it? Give me a minute to get my bearings. I got to figure out where all my stuff's at. I am looking for my tent. It is not over here. Is this my tent here? Yes, remember, for the main mission, you're going to want to go with your cold stuff, because you're going to be fighting in cold. And if you do have dung pods, it's good. If not, the game is going to be generous and give you some. So just you can grab them from your Palico. Make sure you pop your cold potion right away. Get you going on that, or your hot drink rather. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the dung pods loaded up. And we're going to go ahead and shoot the dung pod. And disperse. Alright, so he should peel off. We do the same thing again. Reloading. The large dung pod, it takes a long time to reload. Why am I not shooting this thing? There we go. Alright. And now it should just be one. The other two ran away. Once you start hitting one, he'll turn and fight you. The other two are gone. Now it's one on one. The other two are gone. They will eventually come back. When they do, just shoot another dung pod. Super easy. When he's mounted, pretty simple. Just hold down R2. Prevents him from throwing you off. You want to keep swinging until you start seeing damage, and then move up to the next point. If you could break all three before he throws you off, even better. As long as you get one, that's good. It's better than nothing. So I'm going to work my way back down. Oh, he's only got two. I thought he had three. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and break. Let's hit R1. Let's break. I really thought he had three. I guess not. And when he's down, you've already got the other one, so you can just go straight into that. So you get a quick... and then just quick double there. And then now you can just get to it. And again, all orange damage. That's what you're looking for here. You want all orange. Shouldn't be any reason you're not getting orange damage on this. He has no armor. Just be mindful when you see the little pips around the damage number. That indicates that you're hitting a wound. I recommend targeting and breaking wound the second you can. It's just good practice. This enemy will not heal very, very fast, but a lot of the other ones do. And that wound will go away. So don't be one of these min-maxer guys where you hit it 5 or 6 times before you break it. Break it immediately. Take advantage of the hard work. Don't wait. You should go down pretty quick. And thankfully it's only a 4-star quest, so if you're new to the game, it's okay. Because you're going to be able to do this basically for the first time, you know, really without any difficulty. This isn't like the stuff, this isn't like the new Udra or the MP that I've been still struggling with. Those are going to require a little more kit, a little more thought, more fire resistance or ice resistance or whatever. This is just a straight up beatdown, which isn't too bad. Especially if you have the support hunters. But I also suspect because this is an event quest, you're going to find people who are going to just be... I bet the SOS is going to be absolutely blasted with us, so you're going to be able to find random groups that are super easy to just pick up, and it's a good way to try out new weapons, or if you want to start getting into buffing and, you know, start going down the route of the horn mains, you could do that too. Just pick up the stuff that he drops, and don't be like me and actually hit him with it. It's important. And we get another break here, and he is low already, so he's probably going to go down soon. There we go. Looks like Olivia broke his one before I did, which is fine. And there's one in the books. Okay. Sharpen up. They didn't even carve. Man, Mina doesn't even care. She's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Fabius is going to sharpen his weapon. Mina's like, I don't know if I want to carve. Oh, now they're coming back. I was to say, man, it's free loot. You got to carve. You worked for it. You're never going to craft Harambe armor, by the way. You're not going to use it. Trust me. There's so much better armor in the game. But you might as well get it, because you earned it. Now if we go to the next one. Hopefully Zippy doesn't take me in a wild goose chase like he did the last few times. Alright, so they're both here. If they're both together, you could just equip your dung pod again. Shoot one of them. He's going to get freaked out and leave. And just hit the other one and it'll be fine. Now you're back to hitting him wherever he went. He left.
Stay flexible and adapt.
Okay, well, that happens sometimes. They both decide to leave. I guess they scatter. Maybe I hit them both with it, and they both just veered the other way. Let me make a little turf war here. Here we go. There's a brittle ice pillar here. Let's see if I can kite him under it, get some damage on there. See what that looks like. That was the lamest turf war I've ever seen. You hit him once, flashed, and ran away. gonna walk over here. Oh boy. I'm gonna walk over here. Oh, he's paralyzed now. Gotta take advantage of this. I still want to hit him with this ice pillar though. But if he's just gonna lay here, I'm gonna take advantage of it first. 3 wounds opened up. That's gonna be some serious damage. It's on his head. If I can get to it. There we go. Nice. Gotta keep working on his side. His ribs here, his feet. Just working my way down. If you can hit him fast enough, you can stun him, and he will just stay on the ground. It's that initial, when he gets in the air, and then you can kind of wait a minute. Kind of sucks. Alright, so here's the ice pillar. I'm going to see if he wants to come over and fight me. I'm going to shoot him a little bit and see if I can get his attention. He's aiming at me. Come here. They're just destroying him so much. I'm just going to stand here and wait a second and see if he comes over. Fabius, come on. You got to play with us. Fabius, come over here and fight. Fight with us, guys. I'm going to walk through the poop and wait. He's not interested at all. He's leaving. Well, I'm going to do the ice shard anyway. Just pretend he was here. Oh no! Okay.
Then re-engage.
At least we got to use the environmental trap. Sort of. Probably not a bad idea to sharpen up the whetstone. And get back into it.
Target sighted.
There we go. Got a mount on him. Usually this guy you can get a pretty easy mount on in an early engage. You're going to have to kind of choose though if you want to do a surprise attack or not. Or if you want to get the mount instead. I prefer the mount. It's a lot more damage. But sneak attack isn't horrible. And depends on your kit. I know there's some kits that have a nice proc on an initial sneak attack or whatever. Alright, so... keep wailing on him now. And he's down. Super easy.
Keep the momentum going. Next.
Livia's carving. Fabius came back. Fabius left and he's like, yeah, maybe I should. Fabius, I give an excuse. You know, I let him have a pass because we haven't seen Fabius in like 3 months. So he forgot how to play. Top off if you need another potion on if your stamina's going down. This is a pretty fast fight if you're kind of endgame. So you probably only need 1 warm drink. But if you do need more than 1, obviously take it in between fights. And here's the plight again of melee. Whenever you're ready to come down and fight me, I'm down here swinging like a madman. There'll be probably absolutely no clashes in this one. Just gotta get him on the ground and just beat him down. Take advantage when you can. So annoying. Fun. But you could see where, like, in a move like that, if all 3 of them were there, you would be punished so bad for that. Jeez. Just a little wiggle room here. I don't think I took any support hunters that aren't melee, which now realizing in hindsight, I mean, Fabius has got the gun lance. I don't think he's really rocking it right now. Or has he just got a regular lance? I don't think he has a gun lance. But don't be like me. Don't be stupid. Bring a ranged weapon or bring a ranged guy. Once I get this thing on the ground, it'll be an easy fight. But as you can see still, he's just flying around. His hitbox will get a little bit lower as he starts to sag. And then obviously when he gets down, now I can start punishing pretty bad. For me, it's just spinning Reapers over and over again. Just kind of spreading around. So as you see those damage numbers come up, just immediately focus on breaking as fast as you can. Because he jumps up again. Once he's broken, obviously, you could just chain the attacks together over and over again. The third one, he's got 1 more. And I'm looking at the map. He's not low yet, but he's going to be here in a second. This is significant damage. This is a good fight, by the way, if you're looking to try other weapons. This is a great dual blades fight. because he's very static. And dual blades kind of force you to stand in place. One of the things I like about sword and shield is the flexibility of when swinging. And now he's weak. This will be over here really soon. Alright, so wrapping up this fight. New Udra. Separate video coming probably next week on that. Mega Planates, Savage. You'll see the video when it's live and it's like I've actually beaten him and I can celebrate. I'm not going to bore you guys with the 5+ attempts I do every day and I lose at. New Udra, I will put a video together though. I need to re-kit and kind of think about that fight a little bit more. But I do recommend for sure consider range. I think that's going to be significantly better for most people. But that'll wrap up today's stream. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate it. If you're watching it on YouTube, I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. I will post a link to the Monster Hunter playlist below. And while you're down there, like I said, I got a lot of stuff. This is a pretty in-depth game. There's a lot to it. And I know a lot of people feel like it's a little overwhelming at first, and I could totally see that. But it's been a pretty cool community that I've been a part of and met a lot of really cool people on the forums. So don't give up and keep trying. And the good thing is, you know, you only got to beat it once, right? So once I beat Mega Planates for the first time, you know, I'd never have to do it again. And I could, you know, brag about how great I was. But it's all those little fights in between. You try to learn a thing or two. And even now, just thinking about some of the new Udra stuff, a couple trinkets had already changed out. But we'll figure it out. Keep grinding those harvest tickets. Have fun. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.